So guys, this is actually the job that we have been working for a very long time now. Although I'm actually on the finishing level of the job. So I just finished the inner part of the car today. Although I did not have a video of when I was welding it because of the complication of how complicated I found it when I was trying to fix it up. So you can see the way I now try to. You can see the angle that I now got on it. I have a kind of V-shape angle there, which actually adjusted the seat normal to the level that I want it to be. So you can see the inner part of the car now. So everything now is almost set. I really love the job, guys, man. It's crazy. So I'm actually done with the inner part of the car now. So it's remaining the outer part, some little minor things to do. Then we'll call it a day on this job and look for a way that we're going to use to bring it out. So I'll be installing the chair now for me to show you guys what the achievement that I was able to make so far. So let's go ahead and install the chairs, and for you to see how comfortable that anyone that is inside the car can feel. So even though with my height, so because I'm actually trying to calculate everything with my height, because since I'm 6 feet 7 inches, so I'm just trying to calculate it, because I don't think there's anybody who it will be very difficult for me to see someone that will be that taller than me that will like to drive this car. Although if I want to do another one, I'm going to consider a lot of things. So it was because of my second car, which is Gravity X. The space in which I have on that particular car is too much. It's too much. I think the first time I made the car, I was using a full length of U channel that was 18 feet long for a two-seater, because I was trying to consider the idea of Formula One. So because of that, at the end of the day, I minus 3 feet inside of it. I cut out 3 feet, and it's still that long and a lot of space on it. That is the reason why I was not trying to minimize a lot of space. Though the kind of mistake I made in my former job here. So that was the reason why I came up with this idea, but I get stuck. You can see there is no more space like that. The car is a kind of tight, but by the special grace of God, we are able to get to this level. So let me install the seat for you guys to see what I have done. So guys, so please remember, if you are new to my YouTube channel, I would like you to remember to subscribe or share and comment if you notice any error on this, because I'm not a professional on this job. I didn't learn it from anywhere. It's just a natural gift which I discovered when I was a kid, and I followed it up. So I noticed that when since I was a kid, the more I grow, I get advanced naturally. You understand? So if you notice any mistake, please, I would like you to comment, okay? And always remember to share my videos. Thank you very much. So let's install it and see how it's going to be. So let me go over to the second one. So let's try to go into the car and see how it's really going to be. So there's still a lot of things to do on it. Oh, you know I'm very tall. So if an average person is trying to enter this car, he will not find it so difficult, and he will not try to squeeze himself the way I'm doing. So because I told you guys that I'm actually 6 feet 7 inches tall. So let's just enter like this. Oh, wow! This is so amazing. can see how many space did I have on top of my head. Many books I have as a space on from from my head to the roof of the car. I think I have about two and a half inch. Two and a half inch. Yeah, I think I have about two and a half inch, which is this. So I'm using my hands to calculate it like this. So it's about two and a half inch. So I think I'm going to go live. It's crazy. I really can't wait to bring this car and put it on the road. Like sometimes I feel like giving up on this project because it's taking a lot of time. You know, I'm the one doing everything, doing the wedding, doing, you know, the displacement of everything on this vehicle is actually on my brain. So I'm just trying to, sometimes most of the material that I'm putting down because in this place I'm actually working, you can see that it's an open place. I've not gotten a, a kind of permanent workshop of my own. So because of that, a lot of people do come in here, and somebody may see some of my material and be like, and feel like maybe it's going to be useful even for him. He may take it away. You understand? So because of that, I do hide a lot of, like, even some places I normally dig the ground to put some of my important material there where nobody eye can go, actually go on it. But sometimes I do forget those kind of material. I do forget where I put I a lot of my equipment. So because of that, it's really affecting me so bad. But I thank God that I was able to get to this level, and all thanks to the Almighty God. Like, I think this is really gonna be the biggest and the hardest project I've ever pushed in my life. To be sincere with you guys, I never believed that someone like me can do the job like to this level. The whole inspiration actually came from my second sponsor, which is Tola Ojomo. You know, on at that fateful day, she called me and she was like, "That this job that I'm doing now, can I think out of the box?" And I was like, I really don't understand what you mean. She was telling me that if I can think of or come up with a design that have never been in any other automobile out there, you understand? And I'm a kind of person that I'm very good in terms of imagination. Most of the times, that, like for example, now this job I'm doing, I did not get my idea on internet. You understand? So I noticed that I'm someone that I love imagination. So I love staying on my own sometimes to do imagination to guess new things. Don't worry. With time, there's some kind of invention that have never been done by the white men. I'm going to come up with. But let me not go into details of that now so that you won't be able to say I'm trying to be proud of myself. I'm not trying to boast. It's only the Almighty God who has given me. That's the reason why you keep seeing me that I call you the CEO of this job. Because I really don't know how I get to do it. I'm just being used as a vessel to do the job. So guys, I'm really so grateful. I'm really so grateful. Coming to this level, I give God the glory. It's not by my power. And it can never be by my power. Okay? So I'm really so grateful that I was able to get to this level. And I believe that if I can be able to get to this level, there is nothing left on this job. The finishing, finishing is always kind of difficult. And it's actually the finishing I'm actually trying to comprehend right now. But I'm actually doing main job on everything in the job. So we still proceed the job and see how it goes. So I'll come down and go to the passenger seat to see how comfortable the passenger is. So you can see now. So you can see. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this my steering is actually a manual steering. So, and the way manual steering, the way I understand it in my own way, because on a normal day, I really don't know how to drive an automobile. Even my first car that I built, that was my first car, which is Gravity. It's just like I just finished building that car. I put it on the road that day and I started driving it. This particular one now, I really don't know how I'm still thinking about how I'm going to drive this car. Do you know why? Because all the cars I've been making in my life is just a skeletal car and an open body. Because I keep imagining like, okay, when I will have my door, have my windscreen, I wind up my grass, and I'm always only using a windscreen and the Android here. How am I going to be coping with it? Like, it's still something that troubles me. Like, I keep imagining how to do that. And another thing, I don't know how to drive a manual car. And this car now is actually a manual gear selector. And it's really going to be a problem. For my own side, I prefer automatic. I prefer automatic. I think the world is actually moving away from the manual technology, like in terms of the commercial aspect. But they are leaving the manual transmission into the sports car industry because is in terms of in, in terms of performance, manual are better than are far better than automatic because you can move a gear from 1 to 5 straight up. But automatic have to move it as I, when you get to the highest speed of gear one, it enters to 3, 4, 5, you know. So because of that, like I'm still getting worried about how I'm gonna drive this car, but I really don't know. I'll give it a try. Because since if I can drive my Bugatti X as big as it is, drive it and take it to anyone, I have never had any accidental issue on, in all my invention, and that's one thing I try to keep away from. I wouldn't like to have any bad record like brake failure. Like me using my car to jam any car. I always try to avoid those kind of things. I think this is now 19, 23. This is my 5 years that I started putting my homemade cars on the road. And for these 5 years, I've never had any brake failure for one day. I've never had any accident issue for one day. And you know, in this kind of country that we are now, you may do things like that. Yeah, even though you know they feel like you don't need. No, it's not that they feel like we engineers, we young engineers that do all this kind of thing, we feel like we don't need, like for me, I don't have a driving license. You know, African is not like the Western world. It's only the Western world that you have to have everything for a job. But in Africa, although a lot of people, they are doing it that way because they are trying to encourage people like us. You understand? Even since our governments are not encouraging. So the people out there, they are also trying to encourage in their own way. So I love the fact that I'm actually an African. Like I can do a lot of experiments and test run it on the road. Since I know that my job is very accurate, because for me to think about having a company in future, I need to create a very strong record now. Because I'm still working on my personal project. That if I never use it to have an accident, I think it will speak for me in the future. So guys, let me come over to this side now and see how it's gonna be, how comfortable it's gonna be for someone to sit on this car now. So let's see how it's gonna go. Very thorough. See, and please always remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Thank you very much. I think we should move the camera to the other side. So, so guys, I'm gonna be moving inside the car now to see how it's going to be for someone that will going to be sitting here. Okay, I'm using my height now, the length of myself now to control since I've tested the driver side. So let's see how it's going to be. Okay, and you can see there is actually something I did today. You know, before this the the DC AC that I'm actually using for the car is actually very low. It's actually on this side before. But today I just try to do the decoration of it. Because I was planning to do a kind of cutting it from here, from his so that we have space here. But I think that is not going to be a very nice idea. So that was the reason why I did this for this time. You can see now. And I guess this height is actually the height of every normal car. Even though there is some weight that I will sit, my leg will be touching it. And the height, because I actually use a measuring tape to take the height of every dashboard in an automobile. Even this one self is even more higher than so many cars. But because I'm taking my actual height calculation to do it, so that is the reason why I left it this way. So and I've actually calculated the space for my Android. I'm even thinking of making this car a full option, but I don't want to jump pack all the whole technology into this particular one. I would like to have a, this particular one is gravity black bed. So I would like to modify this, like maybe by next year, which is 2024. I would like to have a new version of gravity black bed, but I'm going to upgrade it in a lot of things. You understand? So because I feel like I should just leave it like this, not going into details of trying to modernize. Because there's a way. My programmer was once talking to me that, because I actually have a lot of engineers who are working for me. But the thing is that I don't want to bring them fully because I really don't have money to pay them. So one of my programmer was telling me that he can program some things on this vehicle that you can use the amount to start it up. You understand? That you can use the amount, you can just come like, but it's not everybody that can do that. Only me, like that he's going to use my voice program the car. So if I'm meant to sell the car to anyone, that means they are going to reprogram the person's voice. You understand? I can just come and be like, oh, gravity blackbird start. That will automatically start. And he also tell me that we can also use voice to open it, or my fingerprint or my face. There's a lot of things like that. And in terms of side mirror, like if I'm to establish my company today, yeah, there is a lot of things that we are really going to, like a lot of things that I'm going to be changing in the automobile industry system. So number one is the wiper. I'm not going to be using the system. I'm not going to be using the system international wiper. But the reason why I cannot do those things is that I really don't have money. So I don't have money to present my ideas. So I'm not gonna be using the normal wiper that goes this way. I have a new design of my own wiper. So in terms of seat belt, using a cross seat belt like this, I have a new design of my own seat belt, which is even more safer than what people are using. I know that every seat belt is very safe because of the, there is a way it's been said that I think they do it in such a way that anything falls that comes, it will automatically lock so that the person will not hit himself on the dashboard or anywhere. So I'm going to be changing my system of my seat belt. And one of the things I'm really going to use to change the world at large is that, one of the reasons why I'm actually into automobile for now, because I think I have about 15 years to spend into automobile, then I'll go to aero technology, because that is exactly where I have a lot of designs and where I love doing. But it's only that for now, because of the way things are going now, I don't want to do anything aero now. Although after this particular project now, I'm going to build my microlight aircraft. So I think that's my next project. But I designed a car that this is a kind of car that, although from my research, from my own personal research and imagination for now, so this car can actually go from 0 to 50 kilometers per hour. Yeah? It can go from 0 to 50 kilometers per hour. You can use it to crash you can crash it in a truck or in anything that you believe that if normal car crashes there, that the people that is on board the car will actually die or have injuries or sustain some injuries. So this car I'm talking about is a very safer car that, for now, I will, because I am not God, I will give it 95% safe. You can be on the car without a seat belt. You don't need a seat belt on that particular vehicle. And you don't need an airbag on this vehicle that I'm talking about now. It's actually an inspiration that I got from God. is actually an inspiration that I got in my dream. You don't need a seat belt, you don't need an airbag. You understand? So I call it the GLA, that is gravity, because the name of my company is actually Gravity. So GLA, that is the name of the car that I'm talking about now. Like the Gravity Life Assurance. So if you have this kind of car now, your life is assured in any kind of accident. Although I'm still trying to push it from 50 to 100 in terms of my experimental for now. But for what I have at hand now is from 0 to 50 kilometers per hour. If you use it to crash anything, there's really going to be there's really not going to be any kind of stain or scratch on your body. I'm talking about zero airbag, zero seatbelt. Okay, let us wait for the time to come. We're going to do it then. So about this car now, the level I want to put this car for now is that I want this car to be starting with remote. Although I'm actually working on it, that you can use the remote to start it up. Although there's a lot to it. All thanks to Almighty God. I've always called him the CEO of this great job. If I tell you guys that I really don't know how I get to do this, yeah, that's the reason why sometimes whenever I see some people that say that there is no God, I look at them and I laugh and I feel like how I wish this person can have an encounter the way I have some encounter. Although I did not have an encounter with God, I have an encounter with an angel of God. So we talk. He told me what God asked him to come and what God told him to come and tell me that he want me to achieve in the world. So the main two things that they really told me about in that dream was that he was telling me that I need to achieve that a lot of people are dying, are actually losing their life every day in automobile crash and in aero crash. So these are the two ideas that they actually gave to me in that dream. So although I believe that the sky will be my starting point by the special grace of God, I believe that with him all things are possible. I believe that one day I will still get to where I'm going. So guys, if you see me that sometimes I'm not doing a lot of things very well, understand one thing: I did not learn this job from anywhere. Although I have people that work with me. I am a kind of team. But those team they are even here right now. So they are the one that instructed me on what to do. Although they are angels. So I'm really so grateful for being someone that out of millions of Nigerians, millions of Africans, millions of the people in the world that is being used by God on this particular project. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much all. Please, if you notice any mistake I'm actually doing on this job, please I would like you to drop it on the comment section. Although most people that I don't use to reply, you know, I did not go to school that much. So some Igbo people, some white men, their English and everything, I don't used to understand it. So those ones I normally skip them. Those ones for now because I don't have anybody who is really putting me through for now. And here that we are now, there's some kind of people that you can ask, okay, oh, what is this now? They